And we are live. Hi, everyone. My name is Rui. I'm the host of Music Success. And today we have another artist from the Bronx, New York. He started writing music at the age of 16 in jail. He's going to tell us about that. He has his own label with his manager, KeepStackz. They already signed artists like Adam Bless, Babee Blaze, Tai Lo C, and DJ Son Yu. He has 6 singles out, 4 of them being collaborations. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Magick Karta, tell us about your story. Why did you get into music to begin with?
Well, honestly, it wasn't something that I thought that I was going to get into when I was younger. At first, I wanted to be like a chef or a lawyer or something. But one day while I was locked up, I had got a call from my uncle, and he was just asking me if I write music. I wound up telling him I never wrote a rap before, and he was just telling me like, "Yo, bro, write some stuff, and then by the time you get out, we're gonna go to the studio and we're gonna start making music." And then I was just like, "Hey, I ain't doing nothing else, you feel me? So I might as well write some music." I came out, and then we started working together with a label called Money Stars.
Mm-hmm. And how is that going in terms of label? You have a couple of actually more than a couple of people signed to your label, correct?
Right. These are friends that my brother grew up with because I was in jail a lot, so you feel me? So I kind of lived precariously through my little brother. Most of his friends that he was chilling with, my brother has very good sense of like direction with life. So if he was okay with them, I was okay with them, you feel me? And then the bond just grew from there. And then all our goals kind of like affiliated with each other, and we just started working together to make music.
Awesome. Now, in terms of the time that you don't need to get into details, but how did what happened? You're 16, you're in jail, something happened.
Well, me and my mother used to have a lot of problems and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And long story short, she had rules that I didn't want to abide by. So I used to just run away and stuff like that, you feel me? And at that age, at that time, you couldn't really be outside without your parent. My mother would get in trouble or whatever. So she would call the cops, put out a PENS warrant, which is a person that needed supervision. And, whenever they found me, they would put me in jail or whatever. And it happened so many times that one time they told me that I had to go away for a longer time than usual because it just kept happening over and over again.
Right. And was that because also, was that like, were you already rapping before that, or was that part of?
No, I wasn't even rapping. I was just a kid that wanted to be outside and rebel against his parents, I guess, you feel me?
Right. And how did you discover rapping inside, or?
Well, he just told me to start rapping. Like usually before to talk to girls and stuff like that, I used to write poetry, like you feel me? So I was always good with words and making stuff rhyme and stuff like that. So once it got put on the beat, it was basically the same thing, you feel me? And I found out that I was really good at it, you feel me? I could sit here, listen to a beat, and write a full-fledged professional song in like 30 minutes, finish producing it and making it in about an hour and 30 minutes.
And so this happened while you were in jail. So your manager, which by the way is your uncle, correct? From what
yes,
said, "Hey, you should just start rapping." And
yeah.
what did you do? Did you start?
I just started writing immediately. Like every night, I was writing a verse. Mm-hmm. And when I came out, he introduced me to these guys in Queens, and it was like a real family-oriented thing. Like, feel me? But as in all things with rapping, people want to be the leader. People want to be. Everybody want to have a spot, and then it came to a lot of arguments. So then everybody wound up going their own way for a little while.
Right. Okay, and what made you start doing music? Was just the fact that he told you to do it, or did you already have?
Well, once I started making the music, and I seen that I was good. Mm-hmm. It was like the first time in my life that I really seen something that I was like, oh shit, like I really could do this good. Like I'm really good at this. I'm nice at this, and this is what I want to do. So when I found that thing that I was good at, I just ran with it.
Right. Did you have any role models? at the time?
Well, Lil Wayne for sure is one of my favorite artists of all time. Like, you feel me? I listen to his lyrics, the way he flows on certain beats, and personally, like, if I was to ever get to the level of him, then I would know that I made my life like what I wanted it to be type.
Okay. So in terms of, let's talk about business, because it's one of the reasons why I started this platform, right? Is to bring all types of musicians, artists, rappers, whatever, people from the music industry. Let's talk the biz, because the biz is very important, right?
Right, right, definitely.
How do you have um, how do you have your role set up in the music industry? You have
Okay,
you have a record company, correct?
right.
With your uncle, which is also your manager. And what else?
Yes.
What else do you have set up going on?
Well, so since you talked about my role models as in Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of using his way of how he went about going into the game as my platform for getting my people out there, like, you feel me? So, you know, my uncle is the parent label, you feel me? He's the person that distributes all our music, get us our advertisement, and make sure that we on all platforms, you feel me? Me personally, I'm the person that's inside the streets, like really in the field, knowing what's going on, recruiting new people and hearing all the new sounds. So I'm basically like the A&R and like the recruiter kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then as far as my artists, they're just my artists until they want to do whatever. And then in the future, what I'm hoping for is that they start their own label and start signing their own people and stuff like that.
Awesome. Do you when you say like he's the parent label? Do you have a label under that? Or?
His label is Grabbing Cash Entertainment, and my label is Black Money Entertainment.
Okay.
And together we're Grabbing Cash. I mean, Black Moolah Grabbing Cash, BMGCE. So it's basically just like Young Money, Cash Money, but it's Grabbing Cash, Black Money Entertainment. Like, for me, so it's his label and my label mixed together.
Okay, so explain to the people that are listening to us, why did you guys set up that structure?
Because he has his own way of doing things and I have my own way of doing things. You feel me? And when I went off on my own, I didn't really do music as big as he did. You understand what I'm saying? He is distributed on all platforms. He has over 45 million streams on different platforms and things like that. So he's way more into the business aspect than me. So I gave him the role of the person that does all of that stuff and things of that nature.
Okay, makes sense. So, can you tell us about the projects you've been involved so far? I know you have several singles out. Some of them on your own. Some of them are collaborations. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the singles that I made when I first came out was when my uncle first came back to me and he told me he wanted to work together because as I said, we broke apart for a little while and just last year we just got together. So I dropped my first two singles last year in 2020 during the pandemic. You feel me? One was Lick Talk. It was a song about people that, you know, just drink and then they have the power to say what's on their mind, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically like you get a few shots in you, and then finally you start telling the truth about all the things that you've been hiding on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And then the next single that I had wrote was Posted Together. It was a song about two people going through struggles of life, love, you feel me, and turmoil, and just seeing two sides of a human that's going through an urban community and seeing how a love story could turn out.
Sure. I understand that. I can relate to that. Do you have worked with several people? Do you want to mention how was that process?
Um, Yes, and then the first person that I ever did a collaboration with was an artist Adam Bless. He's one of the younger people on my label. He's one of the youngest people that I know. Period. Like, feel me? But he's very smart and intelligent. He's way beyond his years. I can say that for sure. Like, feel me? And the first song that we made together actually was the first song that I ever had that went over 100,000 streams. And excuse my profanity, but the song is called X Bitch. And for some reason, without no advertisement, without nothing, that song just went up crazy to like 100,000 views. So that was another song that I was really proud of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then after that, I worked with my manager, my uncle. You feel me? On a collaboration. It was a song called Danny Phantom. So, you know, it was a cartoon back in the day from Nickelodeon about a guy that was also a ghost. Like, you feel me? So, you know, I just used that into hood terminology, made a song about that, asked him to feature on it. He got on it, and then we just made that from there. And that was the first song I made with my management. Feel me? And then my other artist, Babee Blaze, we made a song called Babee Blaze. And the reason why I called it Babee Blaze is because I feel like I'm an embodiment of several people. Like, feel me? All of the people that I hang around with, all the people that I see, and all the people that I learn from, it's a part of me. So sometimes I embody those people and I rap as if I were them. And then I put them on the song and I have them related to the song so that I could show people the side of the person that I see from my eyes.
Makes sense. Now, what are your plans? Because it seems like you have the biz site set up with your manager uncle and yourself as well independently. What are your plans, your main goals for the future in terms?
Well, right now we just started in 2020, and in 2021, 2020 was my year for me to do what I was doing with me. I was with Adam Bless, and we was working coercively, making several songs together. And at the same time, I was working with other artists, and it was a lot. It was a lot to do, setting up with people's schedules, because you know other people have jobs, other people have time. You have to make certain schedules. So during 2021, I was dropping the songs with my other artists and starting to get their songs dropped because I don't know if certain people know this, but in the music industry, payment plans go every 6 months. You feel me? So I just feel it's stupid to promote songs now and then my other artists didn't drop their music yet. So I'm waiting for my last artist to drop their final song, and then I was going into advertisement into playlists on Spotify because Spotify pays the most for the less streams. You get 100,000 on Spotify, you get $500, period. And from there, whether it's a collab or a single, so if I make a single, I'm automatically making sure all of my artists get 100,000 streams no matter what. So 100,000 people are going to hear any song that they drop at all time. And then from there, that's also going to create monetary gain, $500 for every song that they drop. Now, if the song was a feature and it was one person and another person, then it would be 250 and 250. You feel me? So basically what I wanted them to do was make a single EP, two collab EPs, and then a mixtape with a studio mixtape with 10 songs so that they all would be able to take out $10,000 within 6 months of them dropping their latest song. Feel me? And then next year coming up, we're going to be focusing more on visuals. So we can have videos so people can see us. So then when people see us, they have something to relay us to. They be like, oh, who's this person? Look up the music and they see we have a whole catalog of music. So it'll be like they was missing something the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, explain to me. I mean, I know some of the people come here on the show talk about this. Do you invest on being on playlists on Spotify? Do you see a point in that? What's your view?
It is a point in that because at the end of the day, if nobody sees it, then how would anybody know it exists? Like, feel me? Of course, there are always going to be those people that stumble across it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a person that has a whole bunch of people listening to their playlist, then why not put your song on there if it's affordable and they're actually doing what they say? You feel me? And it's not bots. Like, it's actual genuine people listening to their playlist and just happen to stumble upon your song. And then if they like it, then they'll listen to it more and more, tell their friends about it, It's instant exposure. And then if your song reaches 100,000 streams, you're gonna get $500 back from that automatically. So you're not really losing. You know what I'm saying? It's an investment in yourself.
Do you do that yourself, or you never invest?
I haven't started it yet, but I'm doing my homework because I know it's a lot of scam artists out there. You know, people that try to take your money and be like, "Oh, I could do this for you," but it just be a whole play with your mind. You have to know people that's really into that, and that's why I leave my uncle with that stuff because he's already affiliated with several. known people in the industry that he knows for sure do these things, and their name is on the line with these things. So it's not a random person that you can't speak to on FaceTime or know their real name. It's an actual person, a living entity, not just a person saying they somebody that can help you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, that's smart. Let me ask you this: what's your favorite music tool that you use?
Honestly, I'm a very person that's stuck in their ways, like, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time, the first thing I learn is often the thing that I'll use forever, like, you feel me? And back in the day, I was in a facility, a detention facility, and I met this guy named Joshua Michael Cruz, and he was into music OD, but he was a singer, and he taught me about this tool called Audacity.
Oh, that's
It's a tool that you can just download anytime. It updates every year, so forth and so forth, and it's very easy to understand. And that's what I've been using. You feel me? But if I go to a studio and stuff like that, that's what everybody else uses. But if I'm personally mixing something, I'm mixing it with Audacity.
awesome. What is for you? What's your favorite album of all times?
Oh man, if I was gonna be completely 100% honest, it would probably be the Carter 3 by Lil Wayne.
Okay.
That was when music just changed for me. Like, that's when my mind opened up. It was just so much going on in that time, and it just made me feel so much. And Lil Wayne, he just makes so much music, and so much good music. It's impossible not to, like, you feel me, give him his credit when it's due. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. What's the best advice you ever received?
To not believe when nobody tell you and only half of what you see.
Say that again, please. So I understand.
Don't believe nothing of what you hear and only half of what you see.
Okay. Who gave you that advice?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I heard it on TV or heard it. I think I've heard it several times in life, and I can't pinpoint exactly the first person who ever said it to me.
Sure.
But for some reason, that really stuck with me, and it's a embodiment of who I am now.
Absolutely. What's the biggest lesson you've learned in the music industry?
That people chase clout indefinitely.
And what do you mean by that?
Like, as long as there's some type of publicity to be gained from it, people are going to want to be involved in it.
Makes sense. Do you, if you like starting in the music industry today, right? Knowing what you
Mm-hmm.
know, the experience that you have, and the things you've gone through, because you've gone through quite a lot. What would you do
Differently?
Yeah.
What I would do differently is not rely on YouTube or SoundCloud, and I would have dropped my music on all platforms myself. And, I would have started way earlier than now when everybody else is doing it.
Awesome. What is for you music success in your life?
Music success for me is everybody knowing my name and relating to me because of a song that I wrote.
Awesome. I want to ask you, as in terms of future plans, what do you have planned for the near future? What can the listeners tune into in the near future?
My main point of the world, like my main goal in society is not only music, but it is to get in the public eye because I feel like the world needs to be changed in a more loving way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel it's like too much hate, like, feel me? And I just feel like it have to be somebody that has a certain type of image that associates themselves with good in order for people to change.
Right. So you're talking about building a brand, not just with music, but other stuff as well. Is that
Yes. Yes.
okay? Awesome. So, what's the best way so people can connect with you and follow you?
Well, on Instagram, my name is IG at Nevahoo, Nevahwho, You could hit me up there anytime. I'm a very friendly person. Anybody could talk to me. I will help anybody. I actually do most of the things I do for other people for free. So if you ever need any cover arts or you ever have music that you want to get out there, I could lead you in the right direction or have it drop through my own management just to do it, just because I feel like if somebody has something that needs to be heard, it should be heard.
Awesome. Hey, Magick Karta, thank you so much for being on the show. I really
Yo, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it, and I'm so sorry for skipping over this, but I also have another person. His name is DJ Sun Yu. That's also another single that I had out. It was called Chicken Shorty. It was basically a song about just two people going so well together and how well they mesh, like peanut butter and jelly, Rick and Morty, Scooby and Shaggy. Like you feel me? It's just two things that automatically go together. He's a European producer. He makes ill beats. You could check him out too. All of the people that I'm associated with and I've signed is in my Instagram bio. You could click on there, tune into them. They're all very friendly for me. They all look forward to the new support that they'll get from me. And hopefully they'll probably be on this show coming soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for mentioning him. I hope he comes on the show as well. It was a pleasure to have you here and listen to your story. I'm sure that people can actually learn something and actually apply to their career, and and get some results, because the reason why I do the show is so we can actually learn from each other, having these conversations, and the community connects, and we actually see that there's more love in the world than hate. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the noise. I think music unites us all races, all religions, all political views, and that's what this platform is about. Magick Karta, thank you so much for being on the show. I really
Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I really appreciate it and hope to see you
appreciate
again soon, man.
it. Yeah, you're welcome. Peace,
Thank
and
you.
see you soon. To our
Yeah,
listeners,
thanks.
thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next episode, and remember that your success is my success, and don't forget to live your dreams. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode.